The thing about Actively, and even in our culture today, is we're looking for like 10x improvements. We are not trying to build something incremental. We're trying to change how a job is done and continually reinvent the product. I'm Mihir Garimella. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Actively. Actively uses AI agents to make sales teams and sales reps way more productive. Sales is the most blank check of all the blank check problems. There's some reps who are at 50% to quota and other people are at 250%. And so if you could somehow figure out what are the people who are at 250% doing that's special and scale that out, you can change the equation, right? Globally, $1 trillion every year is spent on sales headcount. For every dollar in that they put, they think they're gonna get $3 or $4 out, right? And with AI, we think for the first time, it's possible to change that to like $6 or $7 or $8. And you can't have that kind of impact in any other domain. You can't fix a human capacity problem with tools that wait on humans. In an alternate world, you had unlimited money. I just hire 1 million sales reps, and each of them would be focused on one account. The problem is you can't do that with people, but you can scale agents that way.
To be honest, when I first met Mihir and Anshul, I went in with tremendous skepticism, and I'd gotten tired and frustrated with hearing the same story, the same pitch over and over again, and they'd taken a more fundamental approach, which is, can we build a machine that enables intelligence-led revenue for the entire organization? How did you get people comfortable with this is going to be the technology we adopt across our entire sales org? That's a big change. That's a radical change.
We go into companies and we do POCs and we show within 2 or 3 weeks the revenue productivity lift with these agents. With Actively, the idea is you have an agent on every one of your accounts that is always thinking about that account. It's just like having one sales rep on every account. If I'm a sales rep, I wake up, hundreds of agents on all of my accounts have worked for me overnight, and I come into, here's a deck made for you. I found 3 changes in your accounts, and here's what that means, and here's like an angle that you can use to get into this account that you couldn't break into before.
The history of sales tech has been software that the C-suite loves, but the rank and file hates, because it creates more work for them. But it sounds like what you're seeing in your customer base is the sellers love it, the SDRs love it, the CSMs love it. We've never seen that before in sales technology.
One of our customers, for example, they just had their SKO last month, and the CRO was telling us 24 AEs came up to him and were like, thanks for buying Actively. This is like the best thing ever. It makes my life so much better.
Oh, that's awesome. Love it.
I'm a salesperson. I have a number over my head every day. Software has never helped own that number. The burden has always been on humans. And for the first time, I now have agents that are helping share the responsibility and own the kind of constant focus. And my job can shift to the highest leverage things to drive revenue.
There's no other company in the market today that is being used end-to-end, wall-to-wall, and providing so much strategic value across the sales organization.
BCV has helped us in so many ways. Having Ajay on the board is like having our ICP on the board. One of the things that Ajay was instrumental for, like one of the key decisions was going wall-to-wall, right? Which is the idea of expanding beyond the SDR function to AEs and AMs and CSMs and leaders and the whole thing. And that was like it's been one of the biggest inflection points.
The average company spends 50% of their revenue on sales and marketing. This is the biggest prize. It's the place where you can ultimately create a $100 billion company or $200 billion company, not a $5 or $10 billion company.